Welcome to the Hope is Not a Plane podcast, where we address tough questions head on, face our problems, and highlight our hopes by providing actionable planning steps to improve ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. Now, let's get logged in and get locked on to this episode of the Hope is Not a Plane podcast.
Florence Nightingale is the ultimate change manager. She saw a problem. She gathered data, she put together a plan, she provided education. On this 5-Minute Friday, sitting here looking at the beach at Isle of Palm, South Carolina, I'm thinking about Florence Nightingale, who I shared, how she identified a problem, had hopes to solve that, to improve the cleanliness and longevity of soldiers in battle and then medicine overall. She put together a plan and then she took action and she walked through the ADKAR change management model, right? There was an awareness that conditions in medical hospitals and facilities, and then also other hospitals, but starting there, were atrocious. They were dirty. They didn't clean instruments. They reused bandages. They didn't clean the area, so it wasn't disinfected. People weren't educated on how to do that, how to do dressing changes cleanly or cleaner. And so she saw that awareness. And there was a desire, because she wanted to save lives, and certainly people didn't want to die who were sick, who were injured. And the knowledge that she got was from gathering all that data, learning of, 15, 16, 17,000 lives that could be saved if the bandages would be washed between patients. They'd be boiled. They cleaned the rooms. All these data points she gathered and put together. And then she provided the ability for that change in medicine by training nurses on how to do these things, how to clean the room, on having people clean their own room a little bit, and just putting that educational empowerment out there. And then it was reinforced through continual teaching, through quality checks, through the growth and maturity of medicine today, which is still not perfect. That's why it's called a practice of medicine. But man, Florence Nightingale was the ultimate change manager, and she walked us right through that ADKAR model a long time ago in the Crimean War and Civil War times, right, in the 1800s. Amazing. So I put it to myself, thinking as I ran today, did a 3-mile run down here, which was nice and flat instead of the mountains. And I thought, what do I need to change? What do I need to be aware of that I can make the change? My diet a bit. I've gained a bit of weight, being a bit lazy in the evenings and snacking later than I should, right? And I have the desire to do it, right? Because I want to feel better. The knowledge, I know what's healthy, what's not. Don't eat after 7 or 8, right? Generally. The ability to do that is discipline, right? And then reinforcement is by continuing to get up and get after it and share knowledge as I learn it and eat better things and hydrate and all the stuff that we're supposed to do. So what do you have that you're aware of? Kind of like I talked about. Is it the same thing? Is it something at work? Is it something in your personal life, your marriage, your relationships? We have so many opportunities for change. And man, Florence Nightingale was such an example of that. And she changed the world, saved millions of lives that she wasn't aware of at the time, but throughout history. Thank you for helping me make history with this podcast by being listened to in dozens of countries, being in the top 10% of shows, for visiting hopeisnotaplane.org and learning some from the guests that I've had on, from my 2 cents I've shared a bit, from some educational videos I've shared and the back issues. And there's tools and templates there. And there's 7 pillars that you can help shore up yourself that I try and focus on every day, of taking ownership for where I'm at, practicing mindfulness, getting movement, setting boundaries between me and something that doesn't serve me, making or reconnecting with people, focusing on my sleep, and having faith. I appreciate your faith. I hope you're having an amazing Friday and a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Be your own change agent, and Godspeed.